Good morning, everyone. Today, I want to talk about a woman blessed by God, a woman whose life is a testimony of faith, strength, and divine favor. Being blessed by God is not just about material wealth or external success. It's about the inner qualities that reflect God's grace, the way she impacts those around her, and how she walks with purpose in life. When we think about blessings, it's easy to immediately picture things like money, possessions, or external achievements. However, a woman truly blessed by God understands that divine blessings go far beyond the material realm. God's blessings are deeper and more profound. They touch the soul, the mind, and the spirit. These blessings manifest in qualities like peace, joy, wisdom, and an unshakable sense of purpose. And she knows that while material things may come and go, the blessings from God are eternal and life-sustaining. This kind of blessing means that she wakes up each day with a grateful heart, recognizing that life itself is a gift. She appreciates the little things, her health, her relationships, and the opportunities to grow. Her wealth is measured not by what she owns, but by how rich her life is in love, faith, and kindness. She finds contentment and satisfaction in God's provision, no matter the circumstances. Furthermore, a woman blessed by God often experiences an inner peace that surpasses worldly understanding. This peace is a sign of God's presence in her life, protecting her from anxiety and fear. Even when faced with trials, she trusts that God's blessings are unfolding in ways she may not yet see. This perspective reshapes her view of success, shifting it away from fleeting accomplishments to a life grounded in spiritual abundance. In this way, her blessing serves as a reminder to others that true happiness and fulfillment come not from accumulating wealth or status, but from nurturing a deep connection with God. This divine blessing enriches her life and allows her to be a source of blessing to others, sharing the true riches of faith, hope, and love. A woman blessed by God is anchored by an unwavering inner strength that comes from her deep faith. This strength is not the kind that depends on external circumstances or fleeting emotions. Rather, it is a resilient force born from a profound trust in God's promises and character. Her faith becomes the foundation of her life, providing her with the courage and confidence to face whatever challenges come her way. This inner strength allows her to stand firm in times of adversity, whether those challenges are personal struggles, societal pressures, or unforeseen hardships. She does not crumble under pressure or lose hope because she understands that her strength is not her own, but a gift from God. It is this divine empowerment that enables her to persevere when the road is tough, to keep moving forward, even when the future seems uncertain. Her faith shapes her perspective on difficulties. Instead of seeing obstacles as setbacks, she views them as opportunities for growth and spiritual maturity. She believes that God uses every experience, even the painful ones, to refine her character and draw her closer to Him. This belief gives her a sense of peace amid chaos, knowing that she is part of a greater plan. Moreover, her inner strength is evident in how she handles her daily life. She carries herself with grace, humility, and a quiet confidence that comes from knowing her worth is defined by God's love rather than human approval. This empowers her to make decisions aligned with her values and principles, even if those choices are unpopular or challenging. Her faith also nurtures a deep sense of hope and optimism. She believes that with God's help, she can overcome any obstacle, and this hope fuels her perseverance. It inspires those around her, showing them that true strength is not about never falling, but about rising again, time and time again, with God's help. A woman blessed by God naturally becomes a powerful source of positive influence in the lives of those around her. Her blessings are not meant to be kept to herself, but to be shared generously, creating ripples of goodness that extend far beyond her immediate circle. Whether within her family, her community, or even in her workplace, she leaves a lasting mark by the way she lives and interacts with others. Her influence begins at home, where she often serves as the cornerstone of strength and stability. She nurtures her family with love, patience, and wisdom, teaching important values through her words and actions. Her presence provides comfort and encouragement, especially in difficult times. Children, spouses, and relatives look up to her as a role model, seeing in her a reflection of God's love and grace. This foundation of care and integrity not only strengthens family bonds, but also shapes the character of the next generation. Beyond her home, her impact stretches into the wider community. A woman blessed by God often feels a deep sense of responsibility to help those in need, to uplift the downtrodden, and to bring hope to the hopeless. She uses her resources, whether time, skills, or finances, to serve others selflessly. Her actions inspire others to do the same, creating a culture of generosity and compassion. Through acts of kindness, leadership, and advocacy, she contributes to the betterment of society, making it a kinder, more just place. Her words are also powerful. She speaks with wisdom and encouragement, offering counsel that reflects her faith and experience. People seek her out not only for advice, but for the comfort and motivation her presence brings. Her testimony of God's blessings in her life serves as a beacon of hope to those who may be struggling or doubting. In all these ways, the impact of a woman blessed by God is profound and far-reaching. She embodies the idea that blessings are not merely a private possession, but a calling to serve and uplift others, helping to bring light into the world through her faith in action. A woman blessed by God recognizes that every talent, skill, and gift she possesses is a divine endowment entrusted to her not for selfish gain, but for a greater purpose. She understands that her abilities, whether natural or developed, are tools given by God to fulfill a meaningful role in her life and in the lives of others. This awareness brings with it a deep sense of responsibility and gratitude, motivating her to nurture and cultivate these gifts with intentionality and care. She does not take her talents for granted or hide them away out of fear or insecurity. Instead, she embraces them fully, confident that God has equipped her uniquely for the work she is called to do. Whether her gifts lie in creativity, leadership, empathy, teaching, or any other area, she seeks ways to use them constructively and generously. Her talents become a channel through which God's blessings flow to others, making a tangible difference in the world. Moreover, this woman actively invests time and effort to develop her gifts. She pursues learning, hones her skills, and remains open to growth and transformation. She recognizes that gifts can be sharpened and expanded through dedication, practice, and sometimes through overcoming challenges. Her commitment to personal growth is itself a testimony to the blessings of God, who provides her with opportunities and strength to progress. By using her gifts to serve others, she fulfills a vital aspect of her divine purpose. Whether in her family, workplace, church, or community, she contributes meaningfully to collective goals and helps build a better environment. Her talents inspire and encourage those around her, showing that everyone has something valuable to offer. In sharing her gifts, she also models humility, understanding that the source of her abilities is God. She avoids pride or arrogance, always giving credit to the one who blessed her. This humility invites others to also discover and use their unique gifts, creating a ripple effect of empowerment and blessing. Ultimately, the use of her God-given gifts is not just about personal fulfillment, it is a vital way she lives out her faith, serving as a living example of stewardship and divine purpose in action. A woman blessed by God approaches life's challenges with a profound sense of trust and confidence that comes from her faith. She understands that difficulties, trials, and setbacks are an inevitable part of the human experience, but she does not allow these obstacles to shake her spirit or diminish her hope. Instead, she faces them head on, knowing that God is with her every step of the way, guiding, protecting, and strengthening her. This trust is not blind optimism or naive hope. It is a deeply rooted assurance based on her personal relationship with God and the promises found in Scripture. She believes that no matter how dark or difficult the path may seem, God's presence is a light that never fails to shine through. This belief allows her to move forward with courage, even when the outcome is uncertain and when circumstances seem overwhelming. Rather than succumbing to fear, anxiety, or despair, she chooses to surrender her worries and burdens to God in prayer and reflection. This spiritual surrender is a source of peace that transcends understanding, calming her heart and mind amidst chaos. It empowers her to maintain a positive attitude and to keep her focus on what truly matters: her faith, values, and the lessons she can learn from the situation. Moreover, her trust in God shapes how she responds to challenges. She does not react impulsively or with bitterness. Instead, she responds with patience, resilience, and grace. She understands that challenges can be opportunities for growth, both personal and spiritual, and that God often uses difficult times to build character, deepen faith, and prepare her for greater things. Her example of facing challenges with trust inspires those around her. People witness how she remains steadfast and hopeful despite hardships, which encourages them to cultivate their own faith and resilience. Through her experience, others learn that trusting God in difficult times is not a weakness, but a profound strength. This trust also fuels her perseverance. She keeps moving forward, knowing that setbacks are temporary and that God's plan for her life is ultimately good. She clings to the hope that every challenge she faces is part of a bigger story, a story of redemption, healing, and blessing. A woman blessed by God is characterized by humility and kindness, two qualities that reflect the heart of God and reveal the depth of her spiritual maturity. Humility is not about thinking less of herself, but rather thinking of herself less. It is the ability to recognize her own limitations and weaknesses while valuing others sincerely and without pride. This grounded perspective allows her to walk through life with a gentle spirit, open to learning, forgiving, and serving. Her humility makes her approachable and relatable. She does not place herself above others or seek recognition for her deeds. Instead, she serves quietly and consistently, often in ways that go unnoticed by the world, but deeply felt by those who benefit from her care. This willingness to put others before herself is a testament to her understanding that true greatness in God's eyes comes through servanthood. Kindness flows naturally from her humble heart. She treats everyone with compassion and respect, regardless of their status, background, or behavior. Her kindness is not conditional or selective. It is a reflection of the unconditional love she has received from God. Whether through a smile, a word of encouragement, or an act of generosity, she makes people feel seen, valued, and loved. In moments of conflict or misunderstanding, her humility and kindness serve as a bridge to reconciliation and peace. Instead of reacting with anger or judgment, she chooses to listen patiently and respond with empathy. This not only diffuses tension, but also fosters an environment where healing and growth can take place. Her embodiment of these virtues also serves as a powerful witness to others. In a world often marked by selfishness, pride, and harshness, her humility and kindness stand out as signs of divine blessing. People are drawn to her because she exemplifies the love and grace of God in practical, tangible ways. Furthermore, humility keeps her rooted in gratitude. She acknowledges that all she is and all she has comes from God's hand. This gratitude humbles her and prevents arrogance, making her a constant learner, always open to guidance and correction. Ultimately, the way she embodies humility and kindness is a reflection of a heart transformed by God's love, a heart that seeks to honor Him by serving others with genuine care and selflessness. A woman blessed by God lives a purpose-driven life, meaning that every aspect of her existence is guided by a clear understanding of her divine calling and mission. She knows that her life is not random or accidental, but intentionally designed by God for a specific purpose that reflects His will and glory. This awareness gives her life direction, meaning, and fulfillment beyond what the world typically offers. Living with purpose means she does not drift aimlessly through life or settle for superficial goals. Instead, she seeks to align her actions, decisions, and aspirations with the values and principles she believes God has revealed to her. She continually seeks God's guidance through prayer, meditation, and study of Scripture to discern what He wants her to do and who He wants her to become. This intentionality helps her prioritize what truly matters and avoid distractions that could lead her astray. Her purpose-driven mindset motivates her to set meaningful goals that contribute to her growth and the well-being of others. Whether her calling is related to her family, career, community service, or spiritual leadership, she approaches it with passion and commitment. She understands that fulfilling God's purpose requires dedication, hard work, and sometimes sacrifice. But she is willing to persevere because she knows the rewards are eternal and deeply satisfying. Furthermore, living a purpose-driven life helps her remain resilient in the face of setbacks. When obstacles arise or plans don't unfold as expected, she trusts that these are part of the larger journey God has for her. She remains adaptable and open to learning, knowing that purpose is not a fixed destination, but a continuous process of growth and discovery. Her example inspires others to seek their own purpose, showing that a life rooted in divine intention is rich with hope and significance. She encourages those around her to look beyond temporary pleasures or societal expectations and to pursue what truly fulfills the soul. Ultimately, a woman blessed by God knows that living with purpose is about more than personal success. It is about living in harmony with God's plan, making a difference in the world, and leaving a legacy that reflects His love and truth. A woman blessed by God naturally becomes an inspiration to those around her, not because she seeks the spotlight or desires admiration, but because her life authentically reflects the transformative power of faith and grace. Her actions, attitude, and character serve as a living testimony to what it means to walk closely with God. And this inspires others to pursue their own relationship with the divine. Her inspiration is rooted in authenticity. She does not pretend to be perfect or hide her struggles. Rather, she openly shares her journey of faith, complete with its ups and downs. This transparency makes her relatable and approachable, showing others that blessing does not mean a trouble-free life, but a life empowered by God's sustaining presence. People see in her a model of perseverance, hope, and integrity, and this encourages them to keep striving even in the face of their own difficulties. Through her example, she motivates others to cultivate virtues such as patience, compassion, humility, and resilience. Her kindness and generosity spark similar behavior in those she encounters, creating a ripple effect of goodness and encouragement. Whether in small daily interactions or through larger acts of leadership and service, she uplifts those around her simply by embodying the values she cherishes. Her life often becomes a source of hope for those who feel lost, discouraged, or overwhelmed. She shows that with faith and trust in God, it is possible to overcome obstacles and live a life of purpose and joy. This hope can transform communities, inspiring collective action and a renewed sense of possibility. Additionally, her faith-driven optimism and joy serve as a beacon in a world that can sometimes feel dark and uncertain. People are drawn to her positive outlook and the peace she exudes, and this draws attention to the source of her strength, her relationship with God. In this way, she indirectly invites others to explore spirituality and faith for themselves. Her ability to inspire is also evident in how she mentors and encourages the next generation. She invests time in nurturing young people, guiding them with wisdom and love. By empowering others, she helps build a legacy of faith and blessing that will continue beyond her own life. In all these ways, a woman blessed by God becomes a catalyst for transformation, encouraging others to embrace their own blessings, live with integrity, and walk in faith. In conclusion, a woman blessed by God is a remarkable force, strong in faith, rich in character, and overflowing with love. Her life is a beautiful testimony to the power of divine grace working through ordinary people to accomplish extraordinary things. As we reflect on the qualities and gifts she embodies, may we be inspired to seek our own blessings and live with purpose, humility, and faith. Let us celebrate and honor these women, not only for what they have, but for who they are, a true reflection of God's love in the world. Thank you.